Well, hello again. Today, we're going to talk about u-substitution with integrals. Or, as I like to call it, the anti-chain rule. Let's take a look. Earlier in the year, you would be given a problem like the following. Y equals the sine of 4x cubed. No problem. We've done this. This is what I did in the fall. And I would say, take the derivative. And you'd dy equals dx. You do cos 4x cubed. And because you're a very good calculus student, you'll remember to multiply by the derivative of 4x cubed, and thus using the chain rule. Well, what we do now, okay, now that you've learned the fundamental theorem of calculus, now that you've learned some basic integration rules, is we go backwards. We say, I'm going to give you a derivative or a differential equation and ask you to solve for a y. Let's see how it works. Now, we're going to pretend that we don't know this. Gone away. Now, solve for y. Okay, first step to solving a differential equations is separate the variables. We can do that. dy equals cos 4x cubed times 12x squared dx. Okay, what next? Solve for y. Well, I know that if I take the antiderivative of dy and the antiderivative of this side, I will get y. Okay, left side, no problem, y. Actually, it's y plus c, but we're going to throw the c on the other side. How do we do the right side? That's today's lesson. Here's how we do it. Two options. One, you do 10,000 of these, and you'll eventually learn how to do it. Malcolm Gladwell, 10,000 hours. Or two, let's see if we can learn it a little bit quicker. Do you see a function and a multiple of its derivative? I do. We're going to let u equal 4x to the third. Wow. Then du is 12x squared dx. Remember, that was du over dx, and we just multiplied each side by dx. Let's rewrite the problem. Integral cos u du. Look, u du. Now this becomes, what is the function whose derivative is cosine? Sine. There's that big C I was talking about. That comes from this side too. And now we replace u with what we had set it equal to here, 4x cubed. And that's your answer. Now, are we insecure? We might be. What is the derivative? Cos 4x cubed times 12x. Oh! There it is right there. We're correct. So this is an example of a simple u-substitution problem. What are we trying to do? Look for a function and a multiple of its derivative. In this case, we found the actual value of its derivative. And do you see what I mean by undoing the chain rule? Take the derivative here, use the chain rule. Take the integral, break the chain. And we end up here, y equals sine 4x cubed plus c. And that's lesson 1 on integrating with the u-substitution. Try a few on your own, and then check back for part 2.